Hey y'all, it's Ruthie. A bitch is back, and I don't like being angry, but I really am right now, and I really just don't know how to deal with any of this stuff. So as you guys may not know, wonho is my Monsta X bias. And news came out approximately an hour ago that he is leaving Monsta X because of things that have happened in his past. And it was entirely selfless of him, and he's just like, I don't want my reputation right now to put a burden on the rest of my band members and stuff like that. And honestly, I just need him to be a little bit selfish, please. Like, I'm equal parts so sad and so angry. Like, it's I wish I could just fucking scream right now, but I'm in my dorm and I can barely talk at this level without people coming to knock on my door and telling me I'm too loud. So literally, my friend Emma texted me maybe an hour ago and was like, did you hear about Monsta X? Also, if you haven't, in advance, Ruthie, I am so sorry. And so I looked it up, and I read the story, and I read the message from the Starship company. This is honestly just getting on my nerves. Like, I have so many other things I have to think about right now, because it's midterms week, and I'm a college student, and I don't sleep enough, and also it's the weekend, and it's Halloween, and I really wanted to have a fucking good weekend. I was like, nothing's bad's gonna happen now, because everything bad already happened. Well, surprise, bitch. There's more, I guess. So, after this year, so far, I don't know if anything else bad can happen even, but Icon lost BI, the boys no longer have Hual, Woojin left Stray Kids, and now wonho is leaving Monsta X. And every single one of these idols was in my top 3 of their group. BI was my number 2 right after Bobby. Hual was number 3, tied with Eric for second place really after Kevin. Woojin was my number 1, and so was wonho. And so this is really just a lot for me right now. Like, I don't know how to deal with my emotions on a regular day, so having to deal with all of this just is not good for me. I've been like chain smoking out my fucking window, like trying to figure out how to focus on college, because that's a really big thing right now. It's like everything's happening at this moment, even in my personal life. Like, a lot of my friends have been messaging me, like, asking for me to, like, help them deal with their problems, and I'm like, I have so many of my own that I don't know how I can help you. And I wish that we could just, like, not be as affected by this type of stuff, because, I don't know, I guess, like, the one thing I can equate to this that I've had in my past, where I was just so into a certain thing and then, like, something bad happened, was, like, when Zayn left One Direction. Like, that's, like, the one time prior to me getting into K-pop where I was, like, just thoroughly depressed by a famous person. And, I mean, obviously then One Direction's on hiatus, but this is not what this is about. Anyway, wonho. Sorry, it's so fucking loud outside, too. I live, like, right next to a main street in Shanghai, and it's just, everything is so noisy. The thing about Monsta X is that, like, I've been into them since a little bit after No Mercy. And they're one of, like, my longest groups, I think right after GOT7, and 17, I think. Those are, like, my longest groups I've stanned, other than, like, obviously, like, SHINee, EXO, that type of stuff. But of the 3 that I super got into, it was GOT7, 17, and then Monsta X. And the reason I got into Monsta X was because of my friends Alana and Peggy. You guys might know their YouTube channel, Your Sweet Guys. I don't even know if they're awake right now, because I think it's probably about 6 in the morning their time. So when they wake up, I'm gonna be sending them fucking buckets of love, dude, because they're like the #1 Monsta X stands like in the world, I'm pretty sure. Like, they've met them several times, they gave them an award, like a fan award, fan-made award. Yeah, so the thing about this situation that's so frustrating is that the reason why Wonho left Monsta X is to save face for the rest of his group mates. And I respect the shit out of him for doing what he thinks is for the greater good. But with the way other companies dealing with it, like, it's kind of like what I talked about in the Woojin video, where I was like, they kind of have to go on like that person never existed. And while Stray Kids pushed their comeback into December, Monsta X is doing things this week as if nothing happened. And I think that on the part of their management, that's a little bit just like fucked. 'Cause I mean, like, this guy has been with them for years now. And he's like, fuck. I don't even know what he's gonna do now. Like, I hope he doesn't, like, leave the entertainment business, because, like, I love him. I feel like a whiny bitch right now. But, like, I don't know. He's just, like, a super important guy. And, like, he's really personable and, like, super friendly. And I don't know, man. I feel like my mom and my grandma always told me growing up that good things come in threes and so do bad things. And so I feel like this Hua, Woojin, Wano situation is just like a bad 3 that we're dealing with right now. I would group BI in there, but that was a lot earlier in the year. And I think around that same time, a couple other bad things in my personal life happened. So I was like, oh yeah, they have their own 3. So it was just, this is all, I can't even think of words to say right now. Like, it's just a lot to think about. Like, I'm still on the come down from my, like, post-Woojin depression, and I think I will be for maybe a month or 2, or I'm pretty sure it's gonna pop back up once they have a comeback. But so to have this added on to that, just like a 3-day gap between the two things, 3 or 4 days, like, it's a lot for all of us to deal with. So again, I want to be clear that if you need anything, please contact me. I am more than willing to talk to any of you guys, or you can just literally type paragraphs ranting into my DMs. I don't care. Just, if you need someone, you can talk to me if you have no one else to talk to, or even if you have other people, you can still come to me. I'll put my Twitter in the description. That's usually my best way to contact me, honestly. So, like, I just love Wano, and if there's one time that he should be allowed to feel selfish, it's right now, because I want him to stay with the group. But I know that he is doing the right thing for himself, I guess. So, I don't know, guys. Let me know how you fucking feel. It's been real. As a side note, fuck Han So-hee. Fuck you, bitch.